Yeah,
saying, so I've
I've
catch
I've
every
I've,
word.
I've got pretty good at like talking normally, because I rather than saying talking, I would say speaking. Like I've learned a lot of things because I've streamed a couple of times now. Uh,
Hmm.
the stream is up now. You should be able to see it.
Alright.
I'll just wait for you to join. I'll join it as well just to check the stream quality and everything like that. Alright, channel, my channel. Yeah, I'm live just now. Let me know if the sound, see the in-game sound is okay, because sometimes it's a little bit loud.
Alright.
Right,
Doesn't look,
I'm in the options menu just now. See, it just show you the settings and stuff like that.
it doesn't come up saying that you're live.
Reload the screen. Swipe the screen down, and it should refresh the screen.
No, it's coming up. Insane construction. It's 5 days ago. That's it.
There should be, like, click my name and then go on my channel, and then the first upload should be one saying live, and it's under beginner to advanced tips.
No. One at the top just says same thing. Insane construction. That's it.
Hold on, actually, wait a minute. It should be working like I've did this before. It's saying live for me. Are you on PC right now, or are you on a tablet?
On my iPhone.
Oh well, I'm not sure how it works, but if you refresh the page,
Yeah, I done that. If I hold down for 5 seconds and release it, it refreshes.
if you went onto my channel,
Yep.
should be able to see it. Here, look, like scroll up and do and see if you can see it. It should be up there, like uploads. It's on public as well, so you should be able to see it. Let me know what you see.
No. Even when I refresh, it just keeps on coming up.
Well, what to do is go to search the videos
Yeah,
of you.
I typed in your name, and it just.
Gaming Scotsman. We are space. What I would type in is 7 Days to Die, beginner to advanced tips.
Okay, hold on.
I could also do a screen share, but you would need to be on your PS4, and I think it only lasts for 15 minutes, and then you need to reset the screen share.
Right, 7 Days to Die, beginner's guide.
Just type in 7 Days to Die and see like the two little dots, like a colon.
Yeah.
7 Days to Die colon, then type in beginner, and then just search that, and it should come up. It's weird how it's not working, because like I've got a couple of people who have watched my streams before and they've never had this problem, so. I'm not sure if you could like change settings that you would be unable to see my stream, but I'm not sure.
You did click live broadcast, yeah?
Yeah, like I'm watching my own stream right now.
No, it's not coming up.
I'm just trying to think. Why isn't it working? Are you sure you're on my channel? Yeah.
Did you click on public?
Yeah, it's on public uploads.
No. When I type that in, and then when I go back onto your name and then go onto your channel, it's just showing that insane construction.
Try and sign out of your channel, like see how you're signed into your channel. Sign out and then search it again. You've maybe got a setting on that doesn't allow you to watch any streams or something.
I've watched other streams before. I will reset it, but
it's really weird. Like, I'm not sure how it's still working. It's totally weird. Like, But like I say, I'm watching my stream now, so you should be able to watch it. Very unfortunately.
Right, sign back in.
Just go to my channel again and I'll have a look. Pardon me. Also, if you see next to the little magnifying glass search thing, there's 3 little dots. If you click that after your search, it'll give you like options on the search. Hold on, I'll do it to show you. Just type in whatever, all this thingy, and no, actually, it's like 3 little lines with 3 horizontal lines with 3 little dashes in between the lines. So just click that and then click content type. No, sorry, sort by. No, hold on. Actually, there's little tabs, little ovals tabs saying like closed captions, 4K HD, and there should be one saying live. So if you click the live and then click type in apply or whatever, it should only show the live videos. Really weird, like.
No, it's still not coming up, man.
Oh, I don't know.
It's showing you have a video. That's it.
Hold on, I'll try maybe of a share.
I'll click subscribe to your channel and I'll click notifications on as well, but
only thing I can think of is if you start a stream, right? What I can do is share my stream in your chat, and then you can click the link there, and then it should take you to. Do you want to try that?
could I not go to request watch your gameplay?
Like if you were just to click on my channel, it should show you.
That lasts 1 hour, doesn't it? I think for me to.
It should be. You should be able to click at any time I'm live. The only thing I can think of is if you were to start a stream, like just a quick stream, and then I'll type into your stream the link to my stream, then you just click that and it'll take you to my stream that way. You could try that.
Hold on.
I've copied my links and I'll get it ready in a notepad, and then I'll just copy and paste it on your stream if you want to do that.
Just give me a sec, just let me. Hold on.
Google.
I think I've got it. I think.
Tell me if you're on the stream.
Can you read chat?
Yeah.
I'll send a message, see if that comes up.
Yeah, I see it. Are you watching the stream, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm in the options menu just now. I was just wanting to show you the settings and stuff, so I'll go into options. And then, like, if you go to video, that's just like gamma, which is brightness, and like all the other stuff you don't really need. But display distant terrain, that's good if you're like looking for different areas and towns, things you can see further distance. But other than that, if you don't want to be searching, I would have it off because it creates lag, like really bad lag. That's all you need to know there. And then if you go into like continue game, and then you go on your game mode, you go into continue game options, and this is like the options for your world that you're currently in. So if you go to standard options, the difficulty, like it tells you the difficulties. I'm on adventure right now. Zombies run is set to default because I want them to run at night. Aggression normal. Daylight length, this is important. Daylight length just basically means how much hours is daytime in like how much hours is night, and night's when zombies run. So you're best
Mhm.
to put it to 18. So you've got up to 10 p.m. and then it'll be nighttime, and then 4 in the morning it'll become nighttime again. That's the best way to have it. And then if
Yeah.
you go in modded options, you can drop on death, like I do backpack only. Enemy memory, that's basically like if you get seen by an enemy, it's the amount of time they'll stay on you until you're hidden, and if you're hidden, it'll be 60 seconds until the like death don't see you anymore. Enemies spawning, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's just like how much zombies spawn. Block durability, this is like how much damage you do to blocks, and also the damage zombies will do to blocks. So best is to keep it at 100, which is default. Loot respawn time, that's really important. If you want to, like for instance, engines and like see the shotgun Messiah, that's really good for gun parts. And once you loot something, it'll take a certain amount of time to respawn that loot into the container, and you really want like things to respawn, because guns, you can't like make guns, so the only way to repair guns is with a repair kit, and if you use a repair kit, it loses durability, which is the quality, and in order to get the quality back up, you need to use less quality parts to combine them in the workbench, and that'll upgrade the quality, and it also works for everything else as well, like armor and tools as well. Loot abundance is self-explanatory. It's just like how much loot you'll get when opening containers. If you've got it set to 100, that's default. If you've got it set to 200, what happens is you'll get twice as much loot, which means, like say you get a book for crafting a shotgun, you'll get 2 of them instead of 1. And when you read a book, you'll get a level in that skill. So say it's a gun book, you'll get gunsmithing up, and if you get 2 books, that's 2 levels. But in order to make weapons like pistol and shotgun and sniper, you need the schematic, the books to make that. And once you've read it once, you can make it. So the only reason you would grab the other books is to level up the skill. The 24-hour cycle, that's really important. Recommend that you put it on 120, which means each 24-hour cycle will last an hour and 120 minutes, which is 2 hours. So that's really good if you want to like build things, and it just gives you more time to do what you want to do. Mark airdrops, that's really important. Like see airdrops every day at 12 AM. You get a loot, like a supply crate, it drops from the sky, and they've got some really good stuff on them. So what you want to do there is definitely put the mark airdrops on, and it'll be like a little yellow box with a little parachute, and that's basically
Yeah, I've seen them.
yeah, cool. And then the last one is unowned mini bike icons. Put that on, so like if once you make a mini bike, it'll have an icon just like the sleeping bag, so you won't be able to lose the mini bike. So always have that on.
That's smart, yeah.
And that's all the options. So what I'll do is I'll just oh shit, wrong game. I'll just start the game as well, and then I'll show you a good few tips. And there's a couple of things I really want to show you, like really cool ideas and builds to help you out. Like, see how you're on Nav's game? That's the single, basically the map that the creators of the game made, and it's like it never changes, it's always the same, which is really good for beginners, see, because you know where stuff is. If you looked up a map like on Google, you would learn where all the stores are, and all, like they're called prefabs, like the Shotgun Messiah, the Crack-a-Book, Jail, banks, they're all prefabs, and there's only a certain amount of them. And also when you find like the prefabs, what you want to do is go into your map, and if you press triangle on a certain spot on the map, you can create a quick waypoint, which is like a little red marker, and you can also save the waypoints, and which means like you can just say you went into a jail and you wanted to come back to it, you would save the marker, and then that would basically put a little icon over it, so you would remember where to go back to it.
Yeah.
So that's a couple of good tips. I'm just waiting for it to load right now, and then I'll show you.
Sometimes it takes a bit of time, doesn't it, to load it? Yeah, it takes like 3 or 4 minutes, and then sometimes it's really fast.
The only reason it takes so long is because, unlike other games, it's only got one loading screen, so it's got to load the whole map pretty much in one go.
Alright.
which is really good because other games, like every time you go through a door in a different area, it would load and then load. It's kind of annoying, but once it's loaded, you're all set to go. Right. If you can see where.
How long you been doing YouTube videos for then?
Oh, just a couple of weeks. I was mining, and mining can get really boring. So what I did to sort the problem was just stream it, and it makes it a bit more exciting.
Yeah, it makes it more fun, doesn't it?
As you can see where I am, I'm underground, right? And I'll go on. Oh, by the way, see if you hold square, it brings up these little circles, and if you use the left stick, like you can hover over them, like character, that'll take you to character, the maps, etc. And if you go all the way around
I didn't know that.
it's just basically a quick way to get into certain tabs. So I'll go into map, and as you can see, I'm under the water right now. I'll show you why. Right, if I go into map, see this city right here, this big black city right here. This is called the hub city, and this is like the main place you want to loot. This is the best place for looting. And as you can see, like it's completely surrounded by water, and the only way I can get to it is like over in the top right corner over here. You need to go all the way around, and my base is over here, like this spot right here. So what I did was, I'll show you, to get to this city quickly, I basically dug underneath the ocean, a big tunnel, just to get there quicker, because it's impossible to build a bridge, because in order to get to the bottom to the sea, see, you put like support pillars, you would run out of oxygen. So that's the only way. So that's really cool. So that's like an underground tunnel, basically like the tunnel for England to France, just to get to the city quickly. But I'll go back to my base, and oh yeah, I'm on the mini bike, so this is how fast you would go. This is a flawless mini bike.
Can't you get like better engines make you go faster, don't they?
Yeah.
Or not?
I'll show you the parts I've got. If you hold triangle, you get all this menus, and if you go into this one right here, it shows you what you've got. 600 is the best you can get, so I've got a 600 engine and all these parts. So I've got a flawless mini bike, and it shows you top right corner the speed of your mini bike, and also the defense.
Okay.
And also over here is the durability. I've pretty much got a perfect bike. But anyway, we'll go over to my base. This little bit here, as you probably see here, this is like my farm. And what I did here is, and you'll probably want to do the same, is see this ground here. This is actual ground that was there, and first of all I planted here, but there was a problem. Like I would pick up a corn or whatever, and sometimes my whole yield would collapse for some reason. So what I did was I made my own dirt. You can make your own dirt, you can make your own farms, which means you could make a farm on top of a roof if you really wanted to, and all you need to do is build like a solid foundation of blocks, and then once you do that, you just put the dirt fragments on top. And I'll show you really quickly how you make the dirt fragments to basically make your own farm anywhere. So I'm using a pickaxe right now, but you would obviously use a shovel. Right, so you get the dirt fragments, you go into your menu, click triangle, and then see up here it says recipes. If you click the left stick, it'll tell you, look, forest ground, and that you just make one of those. And then once that's made, right click to auto put it onto your hotbar, and then as you can see, you can just place it, and then that's fertile ground you can plant there as well. So that's if you want to make a farm anywhere, like on stone or whatever. But this is my base. Remember the spikes you were using? These are the different ones. These are log spikes, and you can put them upside down. And the reason you want to put them upside down is because zombies, when they attack them, their head goes inside of the spike, which makes it really hard to hit them. So you put them upside down, which makes your life a lot easier. What I've done here is basically I've put a lot of frames, and this is making basically a strong foundation. Basically over here is what I did. I just need to finish over here, and then that's all done. But here's my base here. I've got 2 watchtowers. I'll show you. I'll give you a little tour.
It's big.
Right, zombies are attracted to doors. They'll always go for a door if there's one close to them or close to you. So what I do is use this. This is a vault door, right? These go downwards, so if you
Yeah,
open.
I've seen them. They're quite strong.
Oh yeah, they've got 8,000 hit points. They're not as strong as my door, but I'll show you my door. And then if I come down here, this is like a safe, like a super safe entrance to my base. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Go up here, and then I'm inside my base. There used to be a door here, but obviously doors attract zombies, and you would just hit to repair it every now and again. This is the vault doors. This is the strongest door you can get, and I will show you. It's got 8,000 hit points, but once that 8,000 drains, it'll go on to another stage, and then it's got like 5,000, and the next stage it's got like 3,000, so it's got a lot of hit points. But these blocks here, these are reinforced concrete, and the best way to get reinforced concrete is, I'll show you. You go into your forge, you scroll along, and these rebar frames, these are the best to get to concrete, because any other block, like I'll show you. I can show you real quick. That's a really good tip for you. Right, so these are rebar frames, and these are the other way to get concrete. So I'll come outside and I'll show you. Right. So I'll equip the cobblestone first. Oh no, I've now got the cobblestone. Right, so you put that down. That's a cobblestone. And hold on. Click and then click. And this is the rebar. Right, I'll get the materials and I'll show you how that works. I should have taken them with me, but I totally forgot. Oh yeah, your rain traps obviously damage you as well, so you kind of want to avoid them. They only hit you for 3 damage if you briefly touch them though, so it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So I'll go in here. Oh, remember you were trying to hit that street light and you couldn't get to the top of it?
Yeah.
And then I told you about the nerd pole strategy. What the nerd pole strategy is, if you jump right and you hold place, you can just literally nerd pole up any height. And to get down, obviously, you would just go triangle, triangle, but do not do it too quickly or you'll get fall damage. So that's how you get to higher places, to not only get the lights, but also enter places that don't have doors and stuff like that. So that's a really useful tip.
Yeah.
And we'll go back and get these materials. Wrenches. Oh, wrenches. I'll show you how to make a wrench, actually. Because that's what you were really wanting to know.
Yeah, the wrench and how to find the
Mini bike.
mini bike thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what you do for the wrench is, once you've unlocked that first level in the steelsmithing perk, you're able to make forged steel. And you go in here, you click the forged steel, and you need 20 iron and 10 clay. I'll show you how to get clay if you don't know how to get clay. And in order to make anything in the workbench, you need to smelt it, like the ores or the clay, into it. So what you do is, I'll show you real quick. Right, say you had raw iron, you would just click it, put it in here, put some wood in here, turn it on, and this iron will smelt, and it'll tell you, see in this little box here, how much you've got of each material. Yeah. So once you've got enough for the steel bar, you just create it, and then there you go, you're creating the steel. Take it out. This is my supply box. This concrete mix, and there's all the other materials, but I'll get to them soon. So what we're wanting is the steel, and then to make a wrench, you go over at the workbench. Any tool that requires steel, you need the workbench. So the workbench is essential. So you just right trigger all the way to tools and traps, and then go along pages, and then here it is, the wrench, and the wrench takes 12 steel and 4 mechanical parts. So I'll make one of those. I don't really need to make one, but for purposes I'll show you. Also, the mini bike book. Basically, you need to find those cracker books. You can also find them in other like file cabinets and stuff, but it's a lot rarer chance. And cracker books. For your map, what I suggest is like Google the map for Nav's game, and you go on images, and it'll give you a big picture of the map, and it'll also have all the little icons and where all the shops are. So that's how you're gonna find it.
What map is it called? Nav's game.
Yeah, Nav's game. That's your the map you're on. I'm on random gen. Random gen's just like a different map every time. So what else? To make the mini bike, right? Once you get the book, right, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a few other parts. And the first part you're gonna need to start the build is, in fact, I'll just make a bike to show you actually. So what I'll do is I'll come down here. Where's my bike? My bikes are here. Oh, by the way, see if when you're overheating, right, the best way to sort that is this animal hide poncho. You can make these, and to make them, you would just go into your inventory, go up to clothing, and there you go. There's the animal hide poncho, and then the other one. Basically, you just need animal hide. In animal hide, you just kill an animal, and you use an axe or a knife on it, and then you'll get animal hides. You can either use the animal hide raw to make them, or you can go into the animal hide, press triangle, go into recipes, and then you can make leather from the animal hide. You can also get leather from certain couches, like black seats. They give you leather. Cars give you a small amount of leather, but it's not really worth trying to go for cars for leather. So you make the animal poncho, and the poncho basically just cools you down. So what I do is, this is my setup. Like, I'll have if I'm overheating, I'll put on the poncho. And this one here is called a leather duster. The leather duster is really good for when you're cold. So it's best to have the leather duster and the poncho on you at all times, so you're good to go for any temperature.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is, I'll take apart my bike. Just right click it, everything. Oh, I've not got enough room. I'll drop this. Drop that. I could drop the paper, and then I'll grab the rest of it. Shit, I need to drop one more thing.
How do you put, with the shopping basket on the back of the bike, to put things in that, you just put it in them squares on the right?
Yeah, well, I'll show you. I'll show you the whole process. I'll just get to the starting part where you'll see it from, so you can understand better. Right, so I'll grab this. Why isn't it grabbing? I think it's because this bag's here. I'm trying to destroy it. What the hell? Okay, this is like glitched out or some shit. 2 seconds. Try and take it. What the hell's going on? It should allow me to take it. It's obviously bugged out. So what I'll do is I'll just put it back on. Battery, and oh, there's a zombie. Oh, by the way, the best melee weapon is the spike club, and you need this spike club for the schematic to make the spike club. I can't hear the zombie, it's probably stuck on my spikes. So what we'll do is we'll move the bike. Oh my god, my bike's... Oh no, I just got gas in it, that's why. I thought it was glitched and not moving. Right, so to fuel your bike, you obviously need gas, and then you press this button up here, and that puts fuel into it. And then you can drive it. But also, there's a bug. Your bike can sometimes fall through the world, so what I do is build a little platform, and then park my bike there so it doesn't fall.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll see if I can take apart this bike now. I should be able to. Right, so there we go. Oh no, I think I know why I wasn't able to take it, because I didn't have any free inventory spaces. Right, so oh, why isn't it taken? I don't know why it's not taken, but I can just make another chassis. Right, so we'll go into the base again. Also, if there's anything else like you need to know, like straight off the bat, just ask me.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll go into the base, and then I'll basically go through the whole stage from start to finish to make the bike. It's really quick. But once you get the mini bikes for dumb shits book, it's like an orange book. You pick it up and then you read it, and then you're able to make these parts. And then once you're able to make them, you come to your forge. You also need a workbench, by the way. So you come to your forge, go on all, and then you look for the mini bike chassis. And to make that, you need 200 iron and 20 clay. So we'll make one of those. That takes 30 seconds. So while we wait, I'll show you the other stuff you need. So you go to the workbench. The best thing to do is just type in mini, and then you'll get everything you need. So mini bike handle, mini bike seat, you need duct tape, leather, cotton, short iron pipe. So once you've got all those, you just create one of those. And then the mini bike handlebars, you will need the handlebars, the duct tape, the headlight, electronic parts, and then the short iron pipes. By the way, you can make short iron pipes in your forge, so don't worry about
Yeah, I
that.
noticed
And you
that.
can also make duct tapes. All you need is glue and cloth fragments. And to get the glue, you just boil bones. So you get murky water in bones, and then you go to a campfire, and then you make the glue from there. But
Yeah.
also, see this thing here. This is called a chemistry station. This is really good because in order to make glue in the campfire, you need 2 bones. In the chemistry station, you need 1. So it saves basically materials.
Resource. Yeah.
And also, you can make things in the chemistry station that you wouldn't be able to make anywhere else, like the antibiotics. You need moldy bread, nitrate powder. Nitrate powder is basically just an ore. You can find that underground. Moldy bread. To make moldy bread, you need sham sandwiches. See that, like green sandwiches? 10 of them
Yeah.
makes 1 moldy bread, and then you can make this. Biofuel. That's to make gasoline. So it's. I wouldn't suggest this to make gasoline, but you can make it with animal fat. Fertilizer, so it's a different way to make fertilizer. Normally the other way is to go into your cement mixer, and then you would need rotten flesh, which is from zombies, nitrate powder, and dirt fragments. And 10 rotten flesh is quite a lot, so you're a lot better to get turds, so you have toilets, and that's 1 turd makes 1 fertilizer, so that's your fertilizers covered. Here's the glue here. Grain alcohol, that's used for making first aid kits. And to get the cornmeal, all you need to do is plant corns, and then once the corn's grown, you click the corn, you go into recipes, and then you make cornmeal, and then you just use bottled murky water, and then you can make the grain alcohol. Gunpowder, this is really important. See, if you were to make gunpowder on your person or in the workbench, it would cost 2 coal and 2 nitrate powder per gunpowder. But in the chemistry
Yeah.
station, it's 1 of each, so basically it saves resources. Here's the moldy bread recipe, which I told you. And these other 2 here, you don't really need them, don't worry about them. Oh, also I forgot to say, gas cans. The best way to make them is oil shale, and to get oil shale, you need to mine underneath desert biomes, and you'll get oil shale. Every 12 oil shale, which is 1 block, so if you take 1 block off, you get 24 oil shale, and 12 oil shale makes 100 gasoline. So each block would make 200 gasoline, and this is gasoline here. By the way, if I'm going too quick, just let me know.
No, it's good.
That's the wrench made, so in fact I'm going to drop off some stuff. Oh, by the way, you can make certain, remember you were asking if you can make different storage boxes. Well,
Yeah.
if you go into your forge and you got a recipe for nails, this is what you need to make those storage boxes. So you just need 1 iron, 1 clay to make the nails.
I
And then
do
once
have nails.
yeah, to
Have a
make
lot of
them,
those.
you can just make them in your forge. 1 iron and 1 clay makes 1 nail. And then once you've got the nails, you just go into your menu and just type in storage. That's what I do. It's like the quickest way. So just type in store, and then look, you've got the different types. So you've got an ammo one, a building one, explosives, food, health, weapons, and
Do
also
they
you've
hold
got.
more? Do they hold more
I'll
than the
show
other
you.
ones? Do you?
They don't hold more, but you just make like. The only reason you've got problems with the amount of stuff you're holding in your chest is because you've got a lot of things you don't actually need. Like you can scrap
Yeah.
things and stuff. So once you get used to what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep, it's not really a problem. This is my setup, and I've had this setup for a long time, and this is enough storage for me for any situation. So this is like supply. This is like all the construction, like all the different ores and stuff, and all the stuff I need to get for ores. So all this is in here. This is like the guns one. The bottom one's just where my created guns, and as you can see, I've got a max pistol, max hunting rifle, max crossbow, near max magnum. You get the idea. I've got a lot of stuff. And see this brass here, this Duke Casino tokens. You get them from red cash registers, and the reason
I
I've
did
got
get them, but
the
didn't
reason
know
I've
what to
got
do with
like
them.
reason I've got like 50,000 of them is because remember that treasure map you got? they
Yeah.
they give you some freaking awesome loot, and I got like 15,000 tokens from one treasure chest. And treasure chests are basically, I'll show you actually. Right click, go into your map, and then you'll see it here. See the little treasure chest here? That's a treasure chest. You just go to it and then dig until you find it. But unluckily for me, these are underwater, so I've kind of skipped these. But you get the idea. What I do is the best thing to do for inventory management is to know where things are. Is keep boxes for certain things, like the bottom ones for all the completed guns and the ammo, and then this one's for my shotgun parts. And like remember I was saying you can't make parts, so you want to keep all your parts so you can repair your better stuff. And actually what I'll do is I'll show you how to do that right now. So what I'll do is I'll just store, oh by the way, remember I was telling you about the bag next to the inventory?
Yeah.
Well, what that does is if you hover over it, you click it down, and then it sorts all your inventory in alphabetical order, so which is really good if you want to just quickly store things or quickly see what you've got. So let's drop off all this shotgun stuff. Don't need it right now. And then go over here. This is my pistol one. No, that's sniper rifle parts. My sniper rifle one's up top here. Sniper rifle, oh by the way, the sniper rifle is a lot rarer. As you can see, I've not got much parts, so you really want to keep all the sniper parts. What else? I can store the gas away in my supplies. Right, so basically the guns, this is what you want to know about guns. Right, so for these I'll take out my I'll use my shotgun because it kinda needs repaired anyway. So for D is I'll take out one of each piece, right? So I'll take out the receiver, the shotgun parts, the long barrel. The long barrel's different from the short barrel, so if you use a short barrel, you're gonna get a short shotgun, which is really shit. It's got bad accuracy. But anyway, you pick that and you get the stock, blah blah blah. Right, I've got the receiver, stock, long barrel. What else do I need? The stock. There we go. Right, so I've got all the parts I need. So what you want to do, right? Say you find parts, right, and you've got all the parts you need. You need 4 parts for each one. So you press triangle, click assemble, and then it'll take you here. These are the other parts you need. You don't need a flashlight. Flashlight's just optional, so you can have light while you're using the gun. So all you need to do is see the right stick. You just click the right stick, and it equips it into there. And then once you've got all the parts, where's the last one? Here it is. There you go. There's a shotgun. So say you want to disassemble it for the parts. It's just exactly the same. Go on to assemble, click them all out, and then say you want to use those parts to upgrade or repair the one you've got. So what you want to do is get your best shotgun right here. I'll go on to assemble, take the parts away, and then what you want to do is go on your workbench. The best thing I do is sort, so you know exactly, it sorts every part into order, so you can fit you're using basically. So what I'll do is I'll click the receiver, and it takes it up to item A. Item A is the one that you're going to be repairing or improving, so you always want to put the best one in item A slot. And then to repair it, all you need to do is take your crappier part, you put it into item B, and there you go, it's repaired. And it also works for improving the part. And I'll show you that real quickly. Let me get some shitty parts. Right, so a 399 and then another 393. Right, so to upgrade your parts to get better shotgun, and obviously you get better damage, it lasts longer without needing repaired. So just go up here, click that to item A, and then click the worst one into item B, and there you go. It didn't improve because it was really badly damaged, but if it wasn't damaged, it would have went up to like 4 something. So that's how you improve things.
Yeah.
So that's that covered. It's the same for every gun, by the way, so you don't need to worry about that. Right, let me put my gun back together. Assemble. Oh, if you click any other part than long barrel, what you need to do is, oh shit, is you need to go on actual shotgun. So you click shotgun, and then it takes you there. Oh, that's the wrong part. Where is the other part?
I doubt I'm gonna remember everything.
I can I can re-go over it, so it's okay. I'm not actually sure where that part went. I think I scrapped it, but it's okay. I've got like a dose of parts. So we'll grab this one just for just now. Assemble. Shotgun. Put us together. I'm pretty sure I scrapped that part, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Right, so that's my shotgun back. It's actually worse now, but it's alright. Right, so
What
that's
do you
the
get if you scrap the parts? What do you get? What do you get back from it?
what I'll do is I'll show you. I'll get a really shitty part. Any part. Right, here's a shotgun long barrel. Long barrels are a lot rarer than any other parts, so never pass up an opportunity on a long barrel. Just to let you know, it's a lot rarer to find. So you go into there,
Right.
you scrap it. You can press the right on the D stick, but it's see if you're new to the game. I've did once before as well as a nail gun. They are super rare, and I actually
Yeah,
accidentally.
I tried to find that, and that was yeah, that's quite a struggle.
The only place you can find nail gun parts is if you loot cars, nay wrench them, but you go inside them. Sometimes you get nail gun parts, but it's extremely rare. Other than that, working stiff. Remember, that's two places they give you nail guns quite not a lot, but it's a lot better chance. So you want to hit them up right really madly, and also see when you're collecting ores like iron, lead, uh, any other ore like coal or anything, you can use. Obviously, you can use a pickaxe, but the best thing, and
Hmm.
I'll show you right now, is where is it? Where the hell is my? Hold on. Here's it here. Here's it here. See this thing here? I'll hover
Yeah.
over it so you can see the auger. This is literally like you've got your wood cutting axe and then you've got a chainsaw. This is the equivalent for the ores. This is basically brrr, like an electric thing. I'll show you.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually need to show you. It's just a really good way to get ores faster. And you need it. See, if you're building like concrete, see like this stuff here, this really does take a lot of stone, so you need an auger basically, or you're gonna drive yourself mad. Nail gun. Here's the nail gun here. The nail gun requires 4 parts like anything else. I'll show you the parts. What you need is a nail gun frame, a nail gun receiver, the nail gun parts, and the rechargeable battery. So you need all that, and then once you've got that, you can make the nail gun. And the reason you want the nail gun is, let me show you real quick. Remember, you've got a claw hammer. Claw hammers, the only reason you want a claw hammer is to upgrade things and repair things.
Yeah.
Let me make a claw hammer real quick, and then I'll show you the benefit of the nail gun. Right, so, oh shit, claw. I should have just went in tool tab, but oh well. Right, so there we go. Claw hammer for the I need. Forged iron, 2 seconds. I should have forged iron. Forged iron. Make the claw hammer. And then, oh, Fiddle Days, I'll show you. Remember, I was going to show you what it takes to get to reinforced concrete. So what I'll do, to basically you need these cobblestone rocks to improve the cobblestone frames. So I'll take those out, and I'll also take out cement. And then we'll go over here. Have we got the nail gun? Yeah, we've got the nail gun. So we'll go over here, and then I'll show you the benefits of the nail gun and also the best way to get to concrete. So, right, you've got your cobblestone. That's grass fibers and also just wood. And the rebar frame's really easy to make. It's just a few iron and clay. Really easy to make. You need to make it in the forge though. So what you want to do, basically the claw hammer, the nail gun, and the wrench, also the stone axe. They are all things that you use for repairing and upgrading blocks. So let's start with the wrench. If you press the left stick, as you can see, it goes up 17.5% each time. But if you use, hold on, I'll reset it. But if you use, 2 seconds, I'll just drop the water. But if you use the hammer, instead of 17%, it'll go up 20%, so it's quicker to upgrade it. But
Yeah.
if you use the nail gun, look at the speed of the nail gun. Boom. There you go. The nail gun's just really fast. So in order to make the cobblestone block, which is this block right here, you need 10 cobblestone in the cobblestone frame. And then after that, if you click it again, that's concrete. That's not the strongest concrete. That's 10 cement to get to that stage, and then if you press it again, there's another 10. So that's 20 cement to make a reinforced concrete block. So what we'll do is before this dries, we'll get rid of it, because it'll take ages to get rid of otherwise. So we'll get rid of this. So in order to get to reinforced concrete from cobblestone, you need 20 cement and also 10 cobblestone rocks. But if you make the rebar frame, all you need to do is boom, one upgrade, and then there you go, you've got your reinforced concrete from 10 cement, so it's halving the amount you need. So that's really, really important. It basically saves you twice the amount of time.
Yeah.
And also right now I'll quickly show you the benefits of nerd poling. Obviously to get back into my base I would need to go all the way through that vault again, so what I'll do is I'll go like this, and then like this, and then we'll just nerd pole up, so we don't need to go all the way around. So that's the benefits of nerd poling. It's basically to get to heights that you can't normally get to, and also quick entrance to other places. So that's that covered. And then what I can do actually is I can go to like a town, and I'll show you the different buildings to go to get certain parts and stuff if you want. Also, what else do you need to know? Like other things that you were really curious about?
Well, it was more just the guns and the part to make the mini bike.
Alright. I've got, this is my food crate here. This is like all my food. By the way, see if you get, like if you pick up a potato in a food crate or anything, keep it. I'll show you why. So if you go into your potato or any other food, you press triangle, and then you go to, excuse me, you go to recipes, and then you can create the seed from that. And then you can, if you say you got one potato, you create a seed, that seed will create 2 potatoes, so you're doubling your, basically it's a good way to get food. And if you use fertilizer, that'll double the output again, so that's why you really want to make fertilizer. And once you've fertilized, see any patch of ground, like any block of dirt, it permanently stays fertilized, so it's really good to know that. I'll shove in all my stuff here. Electrical components, this, that, iron. See, iron, like this is the iron you need, see, for building stuff. Like if you were to make that spikes. I'll show you actually. Remember you were making those wood log thing, like the spikes. They're okay, but they're really, they break easy and you can't upgrade them or anything. So the other ones you want to make is, have I got wood? Yeah, I've got wood. Go into your tools and traps, and then go over here, wood log spike. If you create one of those, I'll show you how they work. I'll equip this real quick. I'll just place this down here because they're easy to get rid of. So you place that down, and you can upgrade it. First upgrade's that one, and then that's the iron, so you'll start using iron. So to get to the max, these are the best spikes unless you use steel. You can also use steel, and then I'll get to you the next stage. But to make that spike, you need 100 iron. So the best way to make those is not actually making the wood log spike, but the actual, I'll show you. If you go to the workbench, you can also do it on your inventory, but I'll just do it at the workbench for purposes. Hold on. See this scrap iron log spike here? That basically skips a stage, so that's only 40 iron to make. And if you put that down, you put this down, and then you upgrade it, that only costs 40 iron. So this one, if you started at the wood, it costs 100 iron, and if you start at the scrap, it costs 80, so that saves you iron there. Also, see the house you're living in, like it's really good for the first few days to pick a house, see, because it's already built and you don't need to spend time, but they'll get destroyed really, really easily. So what you want to do is, what you'll be looking for is just a basic build. So all you need to do is you chop down some trees. Oh, by the way, you're using a stone axe, and you can make these like iron fire axes, and you really want to be making those because they're so much better, like insanely better. So once you get one of those, you can chop down trees, and then that'll give you wood. And then you use the wood to make 2 seconds. Wood frames. You can do that route, and then you can like make your house out of wood, and then you can go to wood to harder wood, and then it'll take you to iron. But it's resource heavy, which is going to cost you a lot of resources. So if I would suggest is use cobblestone frames. They're a lot better. So to make cobblestone frames, you just need plant fibers, and you get plant fibers by you can hit them with your hands. That's quicker. See these plant fibers, you get one of those, and then wood. So it's the same. You just need one grass fiber, and then you make the cobblestone frame. And then to upgrade the cobblestone frame, you need cobblestones. In order to get cobblestones, I'll show you real quick. I'll type in cob. 2 seconds. Cob. Where is it? There we go. Cobblestone rocks. And to make these, you need 1 lump of clay and 1 small stone. And to get clay, the best way to find clay is if you go on your map. See these brown patches, like right here.
Yeah.
These brown patches are clay. They always have clay. So that's the best way to find clay, and clay's always on the up above ground. It's never underneath. So you come over here. I'll come over here. I should have taken the bike, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So also, if you see these pink flowers, like this pink shrubs, that's a indicator that there's clay. So you come down here, boom, there you go. I've got 13 clay. You should be using a shovel to get clay, just to let you know. It's the same as dirt. So you've got your clay, and then you need stone.
I worked out how to find the clay.
Right. So once you get the clay, you need. Try and get you out of here. Right. So once you get clay, you need stone. So to get stone, you basically hit any rock. They big rocks give you stone, but these little boulders also give you a lot of iron. So for you, these are really good. So once you get these, you get the stone and then the clay, and then triangle on the clay, go into recipes, and then you make the cobblestone rocks. I'll make some more of those, and then we'll go back over to the cobblestone frame, and then I'll show you how, because cobblestone basically skips a bunch of stages. Like wood's like 200 hit points or whatever, and then you upgrade it again, it gives it another stage with 200 hit points, and it's like, I think it's a max of 1000. But if you use the cobblestones, you don't need to upgrade as much, which saves your resources. Where's the fuck is that frame? Oh no, I upgraded it, shit. I'll just make another frame. Oh no, it's right here. So I'll put this down, and then 10 cobblestone will get to this, and then once you've got this, you can put cement on it, and then it'll take 20 cement to get to concrete. But that's you don't want to go to concrete from cobblestone because it costs obviously 20 cement instead of 10. But this is for you because you're not at the concrete stage yet. You need a perk as well. So for you, the best kind of base to build from is these cobblestones because they're easy to get, and as you can see, they've got 1500 hit points, so it's quite a lot of hit points. And all you need to do is like save a zombie's hitting on it. All you need to do is like you sit there and just repair it, and it only takes, as you can see, 2 cobblestones for like a third of itself. So just sit there and just upgrade, and they will never get into your base. Other things, I've actually got some prefabs here I can show you. So if it will do is we'll put our bike to, oh, this is like, see, oh no, I forgot to show you the bike. So if it will do is we'll go into the base, and then I'll show you for the first stage right through to the last stage of making the bike. So once you've got your mini bike book, it's called Mini Bike for Dumb Shits, you read that, and then you've unlocked the ability to make everything you need for the mini bike. So once you do that, I'll show you what you need to make step by step. So the first thing you're wanting to make is you go to the forge, and then you need iron and clay, and then once you've got that, there you go, you've got your mini bike chassis. So you create that. I've already made one, so we'll take that out, And then the other things you need,
So
right?
where can I find that mini bike book thing so I can
In the
actually make it?
in the Crack-a-Book stores, and to get the Crack-a-Book stores for you, like I says, just Google the map and get
Yeah.
the big picture on the map, and it'll tell you where all the Crack-a-Books are located. But for you right now, it's probably a good idea just to go to towns that are close to your base, because, like I say, you've now got the weapons to go to like some of the more dangerous towns and stuff.
Yeah.
So once you get the mini bike book, all you need to do is you make the mini bike chassis from the forge, which is this thing right here, and then you come over to your workbench, type in mini, and then you need the mini bike handlebars, the mini bike seat. So in order to get this, you need all this parts, and all these, you know how to get all these things, like the electrical parts and so on. But see, the handlebars, you need to make them in here as well. So what you want to do, is type in hand, and then there you go, here's the recipe. So you need duct tape, leather, mechanical parts, and short iron pipes. So once you make the handlebars, you can then use them to make the mini bike handlebars. And then once you've got the mini bike handlebars, these right here, they're made through here. Once you've got them, they're there. And then all you need other than that is the mini bike seat. So you just type in mini, and the mini bike seat is duct tape, leather, cotton, and short iron pipe. Remember, all these parts have to be made in the workbench, so you're gonna need a workbench. You've got one anyway, I think, so it's cool.
Yeah,
So,
I managed to make one in the last one.
So from the forge and the workbench, we've got the chassis, the mini bike seat, and the mini bike handlebars, and that's all you're gonna need. Except for that, you'll need the mini bike wheels, the battery, and an engine, and then that's all you need. So you've got the engine, you've got the wheels, I think, and you've got the battery.
No, that's the only thing I need to get left is the wheels.
Alright,
And,
so wheels, right? What I do personally for wheels is see the little tires on the road. You can.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure you can axe them with a stone axe. But if not, what I do is I just wrench them. I wrench them, and it's like I would say a 30% chance to get wheels. So you'll get wheels, no problem. So once you've got the all the parts, right? What you want to do is put the mini bike chassis in your hotbar, and then once you've got it in your hotbar, you go on it, place it down with the left trigger, and then once you've placed it, you press triangle, you go into the boot, and then you place all the parts that you need. So your handlebars, your seat, your wheels, your battery, and the engine. You don't need the basket to make the mini bike and to drive the mini bike. It's just for like over here. Yeah. So you put that in, and it gives you like 50% more slots, which is really good for loot runs in inventory space, obviously. And then once you've done that, there's your mini bike made. It's all done. But in order to drive it, what you need to do is you need to get gas, and I fucking forgot the gas. But once you've got the gas, over here you just click refuel. We'll need to get the gas, because what I want to do is I want to show you some of the prefabs, like some of the places you're going to want to hit up for different things that you're going to need. So we'll go over here. Oh, by the way, I'm getting cold. And once you get to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, that's when you'll start freezing, and it'll start affecting like your stats or whatever. So you really want to find this thing right here, the leather duster. The leather duster is really good for keeping you warm, and also for the rain. And the animal hide poncho, you can create that. All you need is leather, and you can do that anywhere. You can do that in your inventory, and that's for like really hot weather. So the best thing to do is keep an animal poncho on you on the duster, and then whenever you get too hot or too cold, you just put on the the one you need, like the poncho for when you're hot or whatever. So that's that sorted. So what we'll do is we'll grab some gas. Take that. I really should put all my stuff away, but to save time. Right, so go in here, refuel the bike. I think a bike to fill it right up takes 2,000 gas.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's
Man, is what I'm gonna do. I need to work at the same time because if I don't, I'm gonna get restricted on my work. So keep streaming and I'll watch what you're doing, but I just won't be able to talk. So keep talking,
cool, cool.
keep doing what you're doing,
No
and I'll
problem.
just watch you from another screen whilst I'm working at the same time. All right?
Cool, cool. This is the
All
mini
right.
bike. This is the wheels. So as you can see, there you go. But I didn't get the wheels that time. And these passing gases, they'll give you gas, and you just come up to here, the little these gas pumps. They're empty right now because they've not respawned yet. But you go into here, and then there'll be gas in there. There's also a couple of things in here, like a bookcase. See, for any book, like the mini bike book, these are what you want. So you go in here. Unfortunately, it was empty, but these are the things that you're gonna want to look for to find any sort of book or recipe to make guns, the mini bike, anything like that. So these are really important. The bookcase, file cabinets, they give you brass, paper. Sometimes they can give you books. Loot that. Also, when looting, important things to know, scavenging skill. Every time you open a container, you get experience per scavenging. The higher your scavenging, obviously, the better loot you're gonna get. And once you get to, let me show you, go into your perks, your skills, go over to scavenging, and right underneath scavenging is Quality Joe. And Quality Joe is basically, it adds 25, 50, or 100 quality points to found items. So basically, this really helps you when you're looting. It gives you a lot better stuff. So as you can see, I've got Hunter Scavenging and 3 out of 3 Quality Joe, so I'm getting really good stuff. And these right here, these TVs, scrap them. You'll get plastic, you'll get electrical parts, and you'll also get electrical components. Toilets, they give you turds, which are really good for fertilizer. Cabinets, won't give you anything that you really need except from wrenches, but once you've got the first wrench, you don't need any more because you can make wrenches from the workbench. Medicine cabinets, they're good for obviously healing items and vitamins. Vitamins will raise your wellness. These suitcases, they're just random kind of crap. I've never seen anything really good from them. These shelves here, if you scrap them, you get iron. You might get other parts, but I don't know. It's just all about iron. Shopping baskets, food in jars, stuff like that. Just common items. No necessities. And these chairs here, these are the business chairs. So if you scrap these, you're guaranteed to get mechanical parts from those. Garage. Sometimes underneath garages, if you knock out the stair, there's like little loot boxes underneath them. So keep an eye out for that. These are, you get like food, water, coolers, stuff like that. Oh, that's a meat stew. They're the best food in the game. These give you clothes like football helmets. Football helmets are used for mini bike helmets. Mini bike helmets are really good for dark situations. Sometimes there's a gas pump out back, so you search these and look, there you go, here's some gas. I'll get rid of some stuff actually because I can't pick up anything. Left stick automatically takes all from any container. Right, so that's the gas, the passing gas. That's one of the prefabs. Prefabs are like the buildings that you want to hit, the important buildings. Right, this is a popping pills. Popping pills are like good for healing items, good for you can get first aid kit schematics which allow you to make first aid kits. Healing items, vitamins, stuff like that. Plastics are good for making stuff in the workbench. It's also good to get toilets for turds, blah blah blah, you've seen that. Also, when you're breaking into like any prefab, then I go for the doors. You can go for the doors once you've got a really good axe or whatever, but until you get a good axe, the best thing to do is if you're outside, I'll show you, just knock out these windows, and then you can just jump in, and also that stalls the zombies for a little bit longer. So that's that covered. Here's the police station. You were at one of these earlier. These are really good actually. These are quite good. There's always a gun store crate outside, so you want to hit the gun store crate. You go inside. It's exactly the same layout as every other jail. So if you go through here, there's a safe on the wall on this side. Knock it out, it's got 2500 hit points. Once you knock it out, you don't need to knock it out again. Once it respawns, it'll already be open, so you just need to press triangle. A couple other things, you can get clothes items from them, really, just that's about it. File cabinets, I've went over them. This is just 2 toilets, pretty self-explanatory. You go around here, this is them bars you were going on about. The only reason you want to come in here is for the toilets. And these bodies here, they've a lot of the time they've got magnum parts, I've noticed, so you want to loot them like so. And then this is just like lockers here, cabinets, whatever. These are good for scavenging XP, so you might not get a lot of good things from them, but always hit them for the scavenging XP. So that's this floor. There's one more. This has got a bookcase. I always want to hit bookcases for books. Pardon me, recipes, blah blah blah. That's all, everything in here. And remember, you went upstairs, but you couldn't loot upstairs. Right, we'll go upstairs. Come up here. If you're wondering why there's no sofa here, I took apart the sofa for leather. It's good for leather. If you go in here, there's an ammunitions crate. It gives you obviously ammo. Sometimes it gives you guns. They're pretty good. There's there's bookcase here. You want to hit that for books, like I say. In here, there's just a suitcase, which is clothes. That's it. This room here is a body. Loot those for magnum parts. Well, there's a good chance you'll get magnum parts. Always worth looting because you always get something pretty decent. And then this room here is your gun safe, your locker, and your food box. Come round here, and this is the room you went in. It's just these boxes. Sometimes these boxes have got books, and I've actually got mini bike books from these before, so always hit those. You're gonna want to hit pretty much anything you can open, because for one, it'll give you experience in scavenging, which will improve the quality of things you can find. And also, you never know what you get. There's small chances to get anything, so I always set up everything you can. Right, so that's the jail covered. Let me go back to my house because I'm thirsty and infected. So that's the passing gas, the popping pills, the police station. There's also the working stiff tools, the shotgun messiah, and what else? Shamway foods, crack. I think that's it. The shotgun messiah is where you want to go for all your gun parts. The working stiff is for like nail gun, auger parts, which is the best way to get ores. It's like the chainsaw. Also good for getting chainsaw for the working stiff tools. Any tool basically, like anything construction ways, you're gonna want to hit the working stiffs for. The working stiffs is my go-to. I'm still looting them because I need auger parts, because the auger, it breaks really easy, and like I say, it's the best way to get ores. So let me quickly do some inventory management right here. This goes in here, that goes in there. Oh, the ores. Put all the ores in here. Mechanical parts, electric parts, components, plastic, and oh, need that. Take that out here. Put these. So, if it else do we need? These are shotgun parts, so I'll just put the shotguns away. The AK, I'll put that in here. My magnum box is over here. Nail gun, that can go in here where the nail gun's stored. I'll fix that later. Leather also goes in here. Dukes go in here. Healing items, moldy bread. Food can go in here. Go like this. Oh, the engine, that can go in my miscellaneous chest. And that's it. So let's put away the wrench because I don't need it right now. Don't need the nail gun. I need water. So get some water. Put it on the hotbar. It's a lot faster to drink and eat items on your hotbar. So you're gonna want to use the hotbar for your water and your food. That's all I need to do there. And shotgun, spike club, pickaxe. What else can I use? I could put my pills in the hotbar and also the glass jars. So I've got a full inventory, so we're ready to go. Ready to go. It's actually coming up to night time. I should have had an antibiotic, but it's okay. We've got 24 hours until this stage 2 infection happens, so we're all good. Oops. In fact, I've got every building that I need to have in this place, so I'll show you the other ones. Overheating, let's put on the poncho. Why is it not working? There we go. So we'll go to the Shamway. I'll basically just show you these boxes here. They give you food, so it's just basically food you're coming in here for. They always have toilets. Toilets are good for fertilizer. Poop obviously for fertilizer. Medicine cabinets for healing items. Let's actually quickly check those. There you go. Those are Shamway crates. So there we go, some food. You get crappy food and you also get some good food. You also get water and some paper as well. So we'll take all this. Take all this. The reason why I'm going so quick is because if you left click, it takes all, which is a really good shortcut. Trash cans, always search trash cans because you can get any item really from them. You can get, well, I'm not sure. I don't think you can get guns, but you can get books and brass and stuff like that. So you want to hit those. File cabinets, you want to hit those for brass, paper, books, a lot of things. So you always hit the file cabinets, always hit the trash cans. Trolleys are for glass jars and like other common items that you don't really need, so it's not a necessity to hit the trolleys, so don't hit the trolleys. Unless you're wanting scavenging XP, which you will be wanting it, so yeah, hit those. So that's the Shamways. Fix that. Oh, I should have taken that, but it's okay. So we'll go over here. This is the Shotgun Messiah. Good for gun parts. I'm gonna check if it's relooted actually, because I could use some parts, especially sniper parts. Let's see. I don't think it will. No. So basically, you've got. Yeah, but your live has got one here, and always look up on here, because sometimes they'll put the crates up here. And in the middle part as well. There you go. As you can see, they've put one here. So always search the tops of here. Oh, I can hear a zombie. Where is this zombie? He can't actually see me, but he knows I'm here. I think he's back. I think actually, yeah, he should be out back. Let's deal with him quickly because he's kind of annoying. I hate hitting a zombie right next to me. Where the fuck is he? He's either on the roof or in the front. Oh, she's at the front. Take her out. Oh, and by the way, if you're using, there's two types of melee weapons. There's blunt, which is your clubs and your sledgehammer, and there's also, blade weapons, which is your hunting knife, your bone shiv, your I think that's it. Hunting knife, bone shiv. I think there's a machete, but I'm not sure if the PS4 has it. So, oh, also there's always a safe at the back of these Shotgun Messiahs, so you want to hit that. Just keep your eyes peeled for the crates being on top of here, so keep an eye out for that, so you don't want to miss any crates. So zombie. The reason why I'm knocking off his legs and his head as well, as I was going to get into that, is there's two types of weapons, bladed and blunt, and there's perk trees, like skill trees for both. The blunt one's called Pummel Pete, and basically it makes blunt weapons stronger. And the other one is the knife guy, but you really don't want to be using bladed weapons for the main reason being the reach is really small, and they're just a lot harder to hit with. So always stick to your melee, your blunt melee. And the best blunt melee weapon is the one I've got right now, which is the spiked melee club. You can also get the iron reinforced club, the barb club, and the wooden club. Spike club's the best, because it creates bleeding damage as well, so which is really good. Oh yeah, I've been down here, so that's the shotgun messiah. There's also a working stiffs. You've seen a working stiffs before. Working stiffs are for tools and auger parts, chainsaw parts, really good stuff, really handy stuff that you're gonna need. What else? Another thing that you might want to know is this game has structural integrity, so you can't just create anything. You'll need to put pillars, and like for instance, like inside here I've got pillars in the middle to hold up the middle basically, and if I didn't have those, there's a high chance that everything would just crumble and fall. So you need to worry about structural integrity. So basically think of it as actual real building in real life. So that's that covered. I'll actually show you my setup. The setup I've got going right now allows me to melee the enemies, and the enemies not actually being able to hit me back if you sit in the right spot, and it's really easy to do. Also, there's a thing called heat in this game. The more heat you produce, the more likely zombies will be attracted to you. So things like torches, campfires, especially forges, like for example, if you've got two forges running at the same time, that almost guarantees a screamer. And what screamer does, the lady screamer, is they'll call in hordes, and you really don't want that to be happening, because they can call in ferals, and ferals are really strong zombies. They can run at daytime. They've got a lot of hit points, but they drop some good stuff, so you do want to kill them. Also, cops. You were trying to kill a cop earlier on. Cops are pretty difficult to kill unless you headshot them with a sniper or a really good shotgun. But what I do is I just one shot them with a sniper, and it kills them instantly. And the reason you want to do that is because if you were to kill a cop zombie over time, like hitting him with a club, once a cop gets to a certain amount of health, like 20% health or whatever, it'll go into suicide mode, which is indicated by a really loud heartbeat noise. And once that happens, they'll start running towards you, and once they get close enough to you, they will explode, and then that will kill you instantly. And also it makes the cop unlootable. So what you really want to do to be able to kill and loot a cop is to one-shot them in the head with a sniper. So that's cops sorted. If you're wondering what this block is, this is steel. This is the strongest block in the game, and you get to that by going to the reinforced concrete, which I showed you earlier. Then you make some forged steel, and then 10 forged steel makes one block into a steel block. And steel blocks have got a lot of hit points. It's also really strong integrity wise, like structural ways. Also, these blocks here, these blocks are called these are called poles. These ones are called the concrete poles. So to make these, so type in pole, and you've got your wooden pole, your adobe, your cobblestone pole, and the one I use to save resources is concrete pole. You make that, and when you're placing a block, you've got multiple choices on how you place it. So if you press left trigger, that'll place a block, but if you press right trigger, that'll swivel the block around into a different position, so you can place things in different positions. Like normally, if I was to just place this pole standard, it would place upwards, and it would be pretty pointless. Unless you were to make poles all the way up, it would be like a jail cell. But for this purpose, this is the best way to melee things because the zombies can't get through here. So I just sit here with a spike club and just wail on them, kill them from here, and you actually can't get hot, and you can hit them. So it's a really good setup. It's a really, really good setup for Horde Nights. Like normally, what people would do is they would surround their base with these spikes, and then they would just let the spikes do the work. And the problem with that is you don't get XP if you let a spike kill the zombie. So you're gonna want to hit the zombies yourself. So this setup is really good. And if you want to know how I got the blocks, just swivel them till they're on the outside bottom, and then just keep placing them like that all the way around, and then do the same one block higher, and then you do 3 sets of them. You could do 2, but I put 3 just for vision. Put it along, and then that's the setup. To make upside down spikes, you could put them upside down on the ground, but they're going to stick up 1 block, so which means you're going to have to look up or jump to hit the zombies, which is bad. So what I do is dig out underneath one and then fill the hole with spikes, and then they're the same level as the blocks that you've put down. So that's that sorted. And also spikes will take legs off of zombies, which means, for instance, if a zombie's running towards you, go towards your spikes, and then it'll take off its legs, and then it'll be really slow. So it's a really good technique to basically survive against zombies defensively. So that's that. Ladders are important because it's obviously a good way to get up things, and also zombies can scale ladders. So what you want to do to stop them scaling a ladder is you break out the bottom, like if you would look here, the bottom ladder, you break out the bottom, and that allows the zombie not to be able to climb up it because zombies can't jump. And obviously all you need to do is go up it, is just jump yourself and then you go up it. So always break out the bottom part of your ladder so the zombies can't get up. Right, so that's that covered. Let me take these away. As you can see, these spikes have got a lot of hit points, 1,000 per these 2 stages. And then they break straight away because they were made for the scrap iron, but if you were to use wood ones, it would go down to wood. But wood's really pointless. It's only a couple hundred hit points, and it's just really not worth your time. So just go with these 2,000 hit points. You can always repair them as well, and I showed you how to repair them. Just use either the stone axe, the wrench, the claw hammer, or the nail gun, and it goes in that order. The worst is the stone axe, second worst is the and then it's the claw hammer, and then it's the nail gun. So nail gun's best for repairs and also upgrading, so you really want to find a nail gun. So let's get rid of these. Also, a really cool thing they've added to the last patch of this game is these drawbridges. You can make these in your workbench, and to make those you need, hold on, I'll check. You need quite a lot of stuff, but it's easily achievable. You need 100 forged iron, 2,000 wood, which sounds a lot, but once you've got a good axe, it's not, trust me. Springs and mechanical parts, and once you've got that, you can make these. And the really good thing about drawbridges is, you probably guess, is you can make a pathway to other platforms, which is retractable. So if you were getting attacked and a zombie was chasing you, you would just come over here, put up the drawbridge, and then the zombie can't get across. So they're really cool. Got one of them at each side, like so. This is the first tower I made. This is like an experimental tower. As you can see, there's gaps and shit like that. So this is that tower, but the other one's like a revised tower. This is the one that I've put all the mistakes from that tower into this one. So this is like a really good tower. And also, these iron bars are really good for 2 reasons. They're pretty strong, and also you can shoot through them, which is really good, obviously, because you can just stand here and like shoot the zombies through it. Also, remember that crawling zombie, the one with the black t-shirt that was crawling on the flare, and I told you it was a spider screamer? Well, what they do is they can climb walls, and then obviously get into your base through the roof or whatever. So to stop that, there's multiple things you can do. You could put just a normal block at the side of the wall, and then that stops them from climbing up. Or what I like to do is put these iron bars, which stops them from getting up, and also you can shoot them. And also, you can put these spikes on the side of the wall, so every time they're trying to get up to the wall, they'll take damage and eventually die. So it's a really good defensive mechanism there as well. So let's go through here. Oh, also the iron bars, they're really expensive, so it's kind of a late game thing. I'll show you how to make them. You go in your forge. There you go. Iron bars, they cost 100 iron and 20 clay per iron bar. And I've used hundreds, so yeah, it's a lot. Oh, by the way, once you mine iron, you'll get this stuff here. You probably know this already, but I'll go over it quickly. Raw iron. Each one piece of raw iron will give you 5 iron. And those iron are this iron right here, which is just the manufactured iron. So one piece of raw iron will give you 5 of those, and 5 of those will be in here. So say you put 100 of these, I'll give you 500 iron, which will be enough for 5 of these iron bars. Also the clay, obviously, but it's the same with clay. Clay is, if you put one piece of clay in the forge, it will create 4 pieces of clay that you use for things in the forge. It's the same for everything except from lead. Lead is 1 for 1, so if you were to put 44 lead, raw lead into your forge, you would only get 44 lead in your forge. So you really want to be, every time you see like a lead trophy or anything made of lead, like lead fishing weights, anything made out of lead, scrap it into lead and always keep it. And also brass trophies, basically it just looks like a trophy. Scrap them as well, and that'll give you brass. The tokens that you get from ledgers, scrap them for brass. Those bullet casings you found, they're right here, you can scrap them also for brass. You can make them as well, they're used for certain types of ammo, like sniper bullets and magnum bullets. I think pistol ammo as well, 10mm. And the bullet, so what you need to make those bullets is you need the bullet casing, which is brass, and you need the lead for the bullet tips. So you need less lead and brass, and also a little bit of clay in order to make a full bullet. And once you've got the bullet casing and the bullet tip, all you need to do is come over to your workbench, or you could go into your own inventory, but it's best to use the workbench because it's got all the recipes. And then you just go on weapons and ammo, and then there you go. There's the magnum round. You need the bullet tip, the bullet casing, and gunpowder. The sniper rifle bullets are the 7.62mm, and it's the same materials for that. The 9mm round is a lot less materials, but it's for the pistol, which is quite weak. In order to make any steel item like steel arrows, steel crossbow bolts, steel tools, you need the workbench. So in order to make anything steel ways, you need the workbench. And I'll show you that real quick. These are the best tools you can make for getting ores and wood and also clay. So you have the steel shovel, 20 forged steel and 20 wood. It's the same amount for the steel pickaxe and also the steel fire axe. Fire axe is for wood, pickaxe is for ores. Also the fire axe is good for getting in doors that are made of wood, and vice versa, the pickaxe is good for getting in metal doors. So always carry a fire axe and a pickaxe on you for when you're looting for the first time in a building, because every time you break a door, it stays broken, so you only need to break down a door once basically. You can make plenty of traps. You can make the hubcap landmine. You need a hubcap. In fact, can you make a hubcap? Let me check if you can make a hubcap. I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure you can make like mines from. Oh, you can actually. So yeah, just make the hubcaps from iron, and then you can make the hubcap landmines, and that's a lot of fun right there. But the only thing is, mines destroy your blocks, so if you're gonna use them in like the wilderness or something, and also keep an eye on where you put them, because you will set them off as well. So that's traps, and the other traps is there's a candy tin can, which is used for the candy tin mine. Go to the other mines. Cooking pot mine. You can make cooking pots in your forge, so you can make those mines. Hubcap mine. Pressure plate mine. Oh, that's really cool. Pressure plates, which is like for opening doors. You can put a pressure plate next to your door, and then once you stand on that pressure plate, it'll automatically open the door. But it's a bad idea, because if a zombie stands on it, they can open your door. So the only place you're going to be using pressure plates is inside your house. And I'm actually really thinking about doing that right now. That's something that's actually flew over my head. So yeah, I'm going to do that later. Sledgehammer. Don't make the sledgehammer. 2 reasons. It is really strong, but it's really slow. So yeah, it's not a good weapon. The best melee weapon, in my opinion, is the spike club. So spike club. In order to make the spike club, you need forged iron and wood, and you can make the spike club. You can make that in your inventory, and you can also make it in the workbench. So let's go to ammo, weapons, go along, and there you go. Here's a spike club, and see, there's a book next to the spike club. That means that you need a recipe in order to make the spike club, and that goes for anything that's got the book next to its name. So, and also once you've got the recipe, the book will be lit up white instead of being grey. So yeah, you can make that there. Right, so for your ranged items, oh, I've got a Roman horde. Let's go and kill this horde. I could let my spikes take care of them, but you know. Where are they? Well, I'm getting some frame rate issues. Where are these punk asses? There we go. It's like, oh, it's a spider. This isn't any good, because they're gonna break out my... Oh, 2 of them. Bring your shit. There we go. Get shotgun it. Oh no, I've got negative bullets for it. Oh, they're stuck. Oh, he's running. Oh yeah, it's nighttime. Forgot about that. Yeah, let's train these. You can walk in a circle, and they'll never catch up to you. Just to let you know, but I don't think it works if you've got a low athletic skill, and athletic skill basically just goes up every time you walk about or run about. Let's take... these are annoying, they just strafe. So let's take care of these. Not a good idea to go out in the night if you're a low level, with low tools and low weapons, because, yeah, you're gonna probably die. So they're taken care of. I'm probably gonna need to put the cobblestone frames back in that slot. Yeah, I'm really trying not to let them hit my feet, because they can actually break your legs. Oh, there's quite a few of them over here. Yeah, he's broken out some of these, which is annoying. Come over here. What is this guy doing? Fuck this dude. There you go. Kill this dude. We should have really let the spikes take care of them, but yeah, it's a bit of fun. Bit of fun. Yeah, I need to fill that in because they're getting stuck, which is annoying. There we go. Oh, there's some more, apparently. Where is this dude? Where is he? Take these. Where the fuck is this dude? Oh, well, he's dead. Now let's go. Let's get back to the base. I'll search these. That's a brass knob. You can scrap these, as you can see, for brass. Search this. That's a blueberry seed. You can plant those for blueberries. Blueberries are used for making blueberry pie, but it's really roundabout. It's not really worth your time to make it. The best thing I've noticed is to make vegetable stew, because all you need is mushrooms, potatoes, and corn, which is all growable. So it's really, really easy to source that stuff. The only reason I don't make pies is because you need to get eggs, and eggs you need to obviously search bird nests for, which is kind of boring. But pies are pretty good. The best food item in the game though is the meat stew, and obviously you need meat, which is even worse than the bird nests, because you need hunt, which is really boring. Go in here. Yeah, I really need to get rid of that infection. It's kind of annoying me now. Check the time. 8:30. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pack up a stream pretty soon. Put this on. So basically for the mini bike, you just want to look up on Google, get the map, find out where you want to go for the Crackabooks, and also for the Crackabooks, the only reason you want to go there is because of the bookcases, and you don't necessarily just get bookcases from Crackabooks, you get bookcases from a lot of buildings, so always be on the lookout and searching for these bookcases, and always search them, because you never know. And also pardon me, filing cabinets will give you books as well, only just a rarer chance to get them. Right, so let's eat this. That gives you a lot of fullness. Let's heal. Oh, our wellness went up, which is good. Let's do some inventory management real quick. Get rid of that. Right, pipe, scrap that. Drop that. Scrap those. Drop. Holy shit, 8 can of hams. Drop those. Scrap that. Yeah, let's put this paper in the ammo box, because paper is also used for shotgun ammo, so you're gonna want all the paper. Shotgun's one of the best guns in the game, I think. And to make shotgun ammo, it's a bit different from making sniper bullets and stuff. The way you make that is you go to your forge, and you make something called, let me get it, buckshot. And buckshot is 3 lead, 1 clay. So you make the buckshot, and then you grab the paper. Well, let's grab the buckshot to show you. And also you'll need gunpowder. And then you go over to the workbench. Workbench is basically your go-to for anything that you want to make that you're not sure if you can make on person. So go over here, go over to ammo, and there you go. Shotgun shell. There's 2 types of shotgun ammo. There's the shotgun shell, which is like the weaker ammo, but it's a lot more affordable. And there's the shotgun slugs. Slugs are, not only do they only stack to 128 instead of 250, but they're really, really a lot stronger. But as you can see, if I can get to it, shotgun slug, they take a lot, like 5 bullet tips and 3 bullet casings and 4 gunpowder, so they're really expensive to make. They're really good for cops and ferals, but you don't really need them, because the best way to kill either ferals or gut cops is 1 headshot with a sniper. The only reason I use a shotgun slug with a shotgun is so I don't need to carry both the sniper and the shotgun. So for instance, if I'm looting, if I go to a town to loot, if I take the sniper, that means I need to take the sniper bullet, so that's 2 inventory spaces that are getting wasted really, because I can get by just fine with the shotgun slugs, you see. So that's why the only reason you want shotgun slugs. But shotgun slugs are really very optional and very end game. There's a chainsaw as well, if you want to see the chainsaw. To get the chainsaw you need an engine. You need the handlebars, which you can make. So the only really thing that you need to find for the chainsaw is the chainsaw blade, which are these right here, and the chainsaw parts, which look exactly the same as the auger parts. So always keep an eye out for that. So always take either any part, just take any part, so because they're really, really rare. What else? Basically, in order to stop spiders before you get the iron bars, the best thing I do is make what you call wedges or ramps, and it's basically just a half block I'll show you. Ramp, type in ramp. You get all different types of ramps, but the best thing to use is cobblestone ramp for resource purposes because they're cheap and they're strong. So cobblestone frame ramp, there you go, and then you just set it to like if you would look at a house and they've got like the roof coming out at like a low angle, you just set it like that and the spiders can't climb up it, so that's good for that. Also for making stairs, if you want to make stairs like a spiral case, just put a block and then put the stairs and then put a block again, like come round like this. So stairs, block, another block, stairs, block, block, stairs, all the way up. Instead of having ladders, it's an aesthetic thing, so it just makes it look better. But to make those, it's best to put a pillar in the middle. This is 100, pillar 100. There's also thinner ones called pillar 50s, but I like the pillar 100s. They're the same hit points, but I just think the pillar 100s look better. What else? I've got 2 forges running because one, as you can see, is for stone. Stone is used to make cement, so you put your stone in here, and then you go over to cement, and then you just craft a bunch of cement. Holy shit, I've got 4,000. That's really nice. So that's good for cement, and then to make cement mix for the actual blocks is you take the cement. So you grab cement, stone, and also sand. Sand you can get with 2 ways. You can crush up stone, which is counterproductive because you need the stone anyway for the concrete. So what I do is go to the desert with a shovel, or you can take an auger, which is really quick. So you just take that to the desert and then mine a bunch of sand. So once you've got the sand, the crushed sand, so that's what it's called. Once you've got the crushed sand, the stone, and the cement, you go over here to your cement mixer, and then you go on concrete mix, and then you just make a bunch of that like that. In order to get the cement mixer, you need the cement mixer skill, which is, I'll show you real quick. Get onto skills. Where is it? Where is it? I think I just went past it. Where the fuck is it? Concrete mixing. Here's it actually. So it's not cement mixing, it's concrete mixing. So that unlocks the ability to make concrete mix. In fact, I'm gonna check if, I'm not sure if you need a book for the cement mixer. Let me see. It's actually a good point. So cement. Oh, you can't make it in your... Oh, right, that's right. You need the workbench to make the cement mixer. So you go on your workbench. So you type in cement, or cement, whatever. Type that in, there you go. Here's a cement mixer. You don't need a book for it because, as you can see, there's no symbol saying you need a book. So in order to make the cement mixer, you need forged iron. You need spring. Spring can be collected from cars and fridges, also other things with the wrench. And also later on you can make them through the steel smithing perk, which is, there's 3 levels to the steel smithing perk. There's the first one, which unlocks forged steel and steel arrowheads. The second unlocks springs, and the third level unlocks mechanical parts. So once you've got the forged iron, the spring, mechanical parts, and an engine, you can make the cement mixer. Now, pro tip here, if you're making a cement mixer, the quality of the engine doesn't make a difference to the cement mixer, so you can use any engine, but it's best to use a really shitty engine, like a brown engine, like I'll show you over here. Go to my miscellaneous. It's best to use these shitty engines. The reason that is because you're gonna want the better engines for your auger in your chainsaw and also your mini bike. And remember, when you're using the mini bike or the chainsaw or the auger, every time you use it, the durability of every item on that like engine, no, like say the engine and the mini bike, that'll go down in durability. So over time you want to keep the engines so you can repair the better engine. So keep the better engines for that. purpose and just use the shit engines for the cement mixer. So, to make the mining helmet, this is really important. You can find a mining helmet, which is a rare find. There's the mining helmet right here. Click on that, show you that. To make the mining helmet, you need... I'll show you actually, but first I'll tell you, you can actually find the mining helmet in cars and also the lockers, you know, the lockers that give you clothes. You can find them sometimes there, but it's really rare, so the best chance you've got is to get these football helmets. Grab one of those, press triangle on the football helmet. In fact, we'll just type in, but I know you need the football helmet, so keep the football helmet, go into your inventory, type in mini. Oh no, actually, you've got to make it in the workbench, so go over to your workbench, type in min, and then here you go, here's the mining helmet here, and what you need is the football helmet. You need a flashlight, electrical parts, duct tape, and scrap plastics. Remember I says keep the scrap plastics because you need them. You need them for the mining helmet. And the reason you want more than one mining helmet is to upgrade that mining helmet. For instance, if you look at my mining helmet, I've got a 600 mining helmet, and the only reason I've got a 600 is because I made a bunch of those mining helmets with the football helmets, and then I just used the workbench to combine them, to upgrade them, to get the 600. And also, remember, even if you've got a level 100 skill, the highest quality you can create as of this patch is 500. So the workbench is a must to get any item up to 600. So that's the mining helmet sorted. What else? Any type of like literally anything, armor, weapons, tools, flashlights, everything that's got a durability bar, and a durability bar is a little colored bar underneath the item. Everything that's got that bar can be upgraded or improved or repaired through the workbench. So if it's exactly the same item, for instance, if it's a black leather duster and then another black leather duster, you can use those two to combine each other, and then you get the better duster. But if you've got a brown duster and a black one, you can't combine. They've got to be exactly the same item. They can also be different qualities. For instance, if it's a green quality and an orange, they're still combinable. Calipers, see these things here, calipers, these are needed to add to your forge. So if you got your forge, up at the top you've got the anvil, you've got the calipers, and you've got your tool and die set. So the tool and die set is for making rocket, see rockets for your rocket launcher. The calipers, I'm pretty sure the calipers are for like making bullet casings and bullet tips. And the anvil, you need that for making like forged steel and stuff like that. You'll need it for a lot of recipes. So basically, each one of these items unlocks new recipes in the forge. So you're going to want to keep the tool and die set and the calipers because you can't make them. You can, however, make an anvil. So you don't really worry about the anvil. So that's that covered. The campfire, obviously, that cooks your food. The recipes here, blah blah blah. It also allows you to create fertilizer, gas, and coffee, everything like that. But it costs a lot more resources, so you want to get to level 65, I think. And then once you get to level 60 or 65, you can create the chemistry station, and it's just basically an improved version of the campfire. So you're going to want to make this. But in fact, the campfire is actually needed for food because the only way to cook food is in a campfire. I'm not sure if there's another type of cooking station, like an industrial cooker or something like that, or the cookers and the prefabs, but as of now, I only know that you can only cook food and stuff like that in the campfire. So you always want to have one campfire, two sometimes if you're like making a shit ton of water or whatever. But I only have one, and I've only ever had one, so it's all you're ever gonna need. So the best way to organize your storage as well is make these like supply ones. This is a hammer, so obviously that's gonna be for everything for building. The guns, that's gonna be the gun parts. The food, that's food. Health items. And these chests here, I like to use these for like miscellaneous. See stuff that doesn't fit in any of these. So just use these for like just random stuff. And I've always got like an empty chest, because on Horde nights, when you're fighting zombies, like if I was to be fighting zombies in this place here, and if I'm looting them, they give me parts and stuff like that, and over time your inventory gets full. So for ID, to save time, instead of like putting all the items in the specific places that they need to be in, I just run over here, go into this simple chest, and just boom, store all quickly, so I can get down there really quickly and get back to fighting. Always keep your bed high up and in a safe place so they can't destroy it, because if they destroy it, you won't be spawned there. You'll need to walk all the way back, depending on where you were spawned in. So always keep your bed in a safe place. Only have doors if you're just in this, obviously you're gonna want to have a door to get in it, but what you're gonna want to work towards is having like a shaft like me. See the vault door? That's the best way to get in about your base safely. It's not the quickest, but the safest. So only have doors late game if you're inside the building or whatever, just for extra protection if they do get inside, like that little tiny chance that they will get inside. Just watch as well when you're making stairs that you don't walk too low, which will block you for going downstairs. You can also make little railings for the side of the stairs, so the side of them. There's lots of things you can do. There's these slopes. You can create these just for a nice little effect. This is the same as well. I made a little kill zone here. It's pretty cool, little kill zone. I can come down here with a crossbow. Oh, that's something else I wanted to go over quickly before I stop the stream. For ranged combat, I noticed that you're only fighting zombies with melee, and that's okay, but the best kind of way to do it is for dogs and cops and ferals, is to use ranged weapons. And what you're going to want to do is, first of all, before you even get the crossbow schematic, you need a recipe to make the crossbow. So before you get that, you just make a bow. And all you need to do is go in your inventory, type in bow, and then go to wooden bow. You need plant fibers and you need wood. You make that. And then the arrows are pretty simple. I'll show you how to make those. There's 3 types of arrows. You can make stone arrows, you can make iron arrows, and you can make steel arrows. Stone and iron can be made straight off the bat without any recipes or any perks, but obviously the better arrow, the better damage. So stone arrows. So I need to just type in arrow. So type in arrow, and there you go. Here's the arrow, and you need 1 small stone, 1 wood, and 1 feather. You get feathers from the birds' nests. So just walk about any biome, like any woods or desert or whatever outside, and you'll find birds' nests. My tip would be to go to a desert or the snow biome, because it's really easy to see the birds' nests. And also another tip for finding birds' nests is to use a flashlight of some kind. Like if you find a flashlight, you can equip it and just put it in your hand, and that makes it a lot easier to find feathers. I mean birds' nests. Until you get the mining helmet, obviously. So that's how you get the feathers, and obviously you just use the stone, the wood, the feather to make 1 stone arrow. To make the iron ones, it's the same thing. As you can go down here, iron arrow, you just need the iron arrowhead. Right, to make iron arrowheads, or any type of arrowheads, go in your forge. You don't need any perk for the iron ones, so you just go straight to the iron arrowhead in the recipes, and then you need 2 iron and 1 clay in your forge. So you just need to put a little bit of iron and a little bit of clay in your forge. You make, say, 10 iron arrowheads, and then once you've got those, you use them. You use 1 iron arrowhead, 1 wood, and 1 feather, and then I'll make an iron arrowhead. It's the same for steel. So to make the steel ones, you don't actually need steel, forged steel. You just need iron and clay, but you need just a little bit more. So we'll go over to the steel arrowheads. I'll show you what you need. Instead of 1 iron, you need 5 iron, or I think it was 2, but it's like 2.5 times more iron, but it's not really a big deal. So you just make the steel arrowheads, and also you will need an anvil for the arrowheads, the steel arrow ones. So you make the steel arrowheads, and it's the same process, just make the arrows out with steel arrowheads, the feather, and the wood. So that's steel arrowheads. And then the arrows are used for the bow. Once you get the crossbow schematic, once you learn that, you find the book for that, you can then make the crossbow. And to make the crossbow, you just go into your inventory, go over the weapons, go down to crossbow, and what you need to make the crossbow is you need forged iron, leather, glue, duct tape, and wood. So once you've got all that, you can make the crossbow. And for the crossbow, you're going to want arrow bolts, not arrows. So to make the bolts, it's the same process. You go on your forge, and let's see here if we can find it. There we go. It's the same thing. So you just make steel arrowheads, iron arrowheads, either or. So if you want to make steel crossbow bolts, make steel arrowheads, and then you go into your inventory, type in bolt, and then there you go. Here's the iron crossbow bolt. This is exactly the same process in making an arrow. It's exactly the same amount of materials, exactly the same process, but instead it just makes the bolt, because the bolt is needed for the crossbow. You can't use arrows on a crossbow. So once you've got the crossbow, that's a lot better for range until you get guns. In the stage you want to be using guns is once you've got a green gun, because yellow guns and brown guns or orange guns, the damage is not worth it, and they break really easily, which means you're gonna need a lot of parts just to keep that weapon repaired. So you're best waiting until you've got green guns, a fully green weapon, in order to use guns. And I would suggest the best guns personally is shotgun guns all around, just insane. It's got an effect where it slows down zombies. It's called the winding effect. So if you shoot a zombie or a dog or any other type of zombie with a shotgun, it'll slow it down, which is really nice for obvious reasons. And it's good damage as well. It's the best weapon for dogs, and I know you hate dogs, so it's a good weapon for dogs. And the sniper is really useful. Sniper is really useful because it's good for ammo, because it's really strong bullets. And the sniper allows you to one-hit cops and one-hit ferals if you get them a headshot. It's an instant kill, and it's the same for any zombie. So that's why you want to keep the sniper. The sniper is only really good if you've got a cop or a feral, so I wouldn't be using the sniper on anything else but the cops and the ferals. So just use your shotgun for dogs, and you could use them for zombies, but it's not really productive. It's awful a waste of resources, to be honest. Just melee them if you feel confident enough. Just melee normal zombies. So that's that covered. What else? In order to make duct tape, you need glue and cloth fragments, and it's pretty simple. You just grab your glue, your cloth fragments, click on the glue, go on recipes, and there you go. Here's the duct tape. It's one glue, one cloth fragment per duct tape. Also, remember, do not use all your glue and have zero glue, because the crossbow not only takes duct tape but also raw glue, so always keep some glue. So that's the tip. What else? Leathers, you can create a lot of armor with leather, like the poncho for instance, and until you get to make iron armor and scrap, you need the books. So until you get books, leather armor is your best armor. And then once you get the armor books, you read them, blah blah blah, and then you're gonna want, if it's scrap iron armor, you're gonna just want regular iron, and if it's the actual iron armor, you're going to want iron. And once you've got forged iron, just go over to your workbench, go over to clothing, go over to iron boots, and as you can see, I've got all the recipes unlocked. And you need forged iron and leather for any type of armor. So you grab your forged iron and you grab your leather. And I actually need to do this anyway, so it's actually pretty good that I'm doing this. So let's make the iron chest armor. So we'll make the iron chest armor. Takes a little while. But the good thing is, and what you really want to remember from this is, say your armor making skill is 10. If you make armor, it's going to be really shitty. So what I personally do is make a bunch of the same piece of armor and just combine it in the workbench. So you just put the armor that you want to improve in the item A, and then you put the lesser quality in item B, and then you get a better armor overall. And you just keep doing that until you're happy enough with the quality of the armor. And I'll show you my quality of armor. My quality armor is actually just 382 because I've only made it like 3 times. And to be honest with you, like 382, I get hit by zombies and they only like hit me about 6 HP. So it's actually really good armor, but obviously I'm gonna get it to max level because it's the main aim of the game, really, is it? So I'm gonna actually upgrade my armor as well. And also, you're gonna want to make armor anyway for fucking to repair it as well, because over time, every time you get hot, it goes down, like the durability goes down. So you're gonna want to make plenty of armor to repair it and also improve it. So what else do we want to do here? Oh, we need to cure infection. Curing infection is simple enough. You just need to eat antibiotics. Right. I'll show you how to make first aid kits and first aid bandages. So to make first aid kits, also first aid kits is the best healing item in the game. So to make a first aid kit, you need a few things. So let's have a look. Go into your inventory, you go into medicine, or you could type in first aid kit. Go into the first aid kit, and what you need is you need a blood bag, you need grain alcohol, you need a bandage, and you need duct tape. You know how to make all of those, except from maybe the grain alcohol. The grain alcohol is cornmeal, which is corn. You can grow corn, and once it's grown, you can go into recipes on the corn and actually turn it into cornmeal. And you put cornmeal with bottled water, or either bottled water or murky water, and that gets you grain alcohol. So that's the grain alcohol. And to get blood bags, you can find them in popping pills, or you can create them. And in order to create blood bags, you need to get an item called the blood draw kit. Now the blood draw kit is it's not a super rare find, but it's quite a rare find from the popping pills. And basically all you do is you press triangle and you use it. And I warn you, if you use it too much, obviously it takes away your health for one, right? That's one thing. You can always heal, so that's not really a problem. But if you use it 3 times in a row, you'll get something called weakness, which is basically anemia, and that basically puts your stamina down and it puts your wellness down. So say you were sitting at 110 stamina and 110 health, that'll put your actual stamina and health down. So only use it twice and then come back like a couple of minutes later and then use it again once. I think it's once every 10 seconds you can use it. I'm not too sure though, so what I would do personally is just use it twice, put it away, come back in like a couple of minutes and then use it twice again or whatever. So that's how you get blood packs. So that's the grain alcohol, the blood bag, and the bandage. If you don't know how to make bandages, I'm pretty sure you do, but you just need cloth fragments, and then you can make bandages there. So that's how you make first aid kits. And to make first aid bandages, and the reason why you want to make first aid bandages is it's a lot cheaper. So, and also they're pretty good at healing and to stop bleeding. So unless you're on Blood Moon, you don't really need first aid kits. So you're gonna want to use first aid bandages as your main source of healing. So to make your first aid bandages, it's a lot different process. Is you'll go over here, go to the first aid bandage recipe, and what you need is cloth fragment. It's the same as a bandage, but you also need aloe cream. In order to make aloe cream, you need to go to the desert and find something. It looks like a spiky plant. Here it is here. This is what it looks like. It's called an aloe vera plant. You pick that up, and it's 4 aloe vera plants to make 1 aloe vera cream. You can also farm aloe vera to obviously get tons of it, which that's what I do. I've got my farm over there. Plant a bunch of them, you get double them back. So if you plant 20, you'll get 40 back. And if you put fertilizer down and then plant 20, you'll get 80 back. Fertilizer is permanent as well. Once you fertilize any block of dirt, it's permanently fertilized, so you don't need to worry about making shit tons of fertilizer. So once you've got the aloe vera plants, take them out. Then you click on the aloe vera plant, go into recipes, and there you go. You can either make the aloe vera seed, or you can make aloe cream. And then aloe cream, that's what you need for the first aid bandage, the cloth fragment, and the aloe cream. And then that's how you make first aid bandages. I'm pretty sure I explained how to make antibiotics, but it's just moldy bread and hold on, I'll quickly check. I think it's moldy bread, grain alcohol or some shit. 2 seconds. Oh no, actually it's moldy bread, bottled murky water, and nitrate powder. Nitrate powder is an ore which can be found underground. It's white in colour, black and white. In order to make the moldy bread, right, you can find it obviously, but you can make it through the old sham sandwiches. You need 10 per moldy bread, and old sham sandwiches are found on a lot of zombies as well. So it's a good way to get those. So always pick up sham sandwiches when you can. Food, right? For your food problem, all you need to do is find 1 potato. Once you find 1 potato, you can turn that into a seed, and then you can start your potato farm. And potatoes, once cooked into a baked potato, will heal you. I think put your fullness up. I think it's 7, which is okay. But if you also find mushrooms, which are a lot harder to find, so please do not miss the opportunity to pick up mushrooms. So pick up mushrooms, get them planted, and also corn. So once you get your corn, your mushrooms, and your potatoes, you farm those up. You get a bunch of those. You grab those. You grab bottled water as well. Go over your campfire, and then as you can see, there is, where is it? There we go. Vegetable stew, which is potato, ear of corn, mushrooms, and bottled water. And that's 10 fullness, and also it heats you up. So it's basically just, it saves time really. It's more fullness, so your best bet is to make vegetable stews. Any other food items, either slower, less fullness, or requires like meat or something else that takes a lot longer to get. So the best sourceable food source is the vegetable stew, which is mushrooms, corn on the cob, and potatoes. So the thing you're going to really want to keep and try to find is the mushroom, the potato, and the corn, or either of those in seed form. So always keep an eye out for seeds or that food items. So keep an eye out for them. So once you get one, that's just sorted. You can plant it, and then you're doubling your product every time. So that's that. Also for farming, you need something called a garden hoe. In order to make the garden hoe, let's check if you can make it in your inventory. I think you can. Maybe. No, you actually need the workbench. So once you've got the workbench, you go to tools, and then it should be here. Here you go, iron garden hoe. You don't get a steel hoe, so just to let you know, iron garden hoe is the best one. And when you're over like a grassy patch, you just press the left trigger, and then that tills the ground, and you'll see it turns the ground like a dark brown instead of grassy green. So you'll know when it's tilled. And once you've tilled the ground, it tills forever, so you don't need to till it again. The reason you want to till is because if you were to plant a seed in just a standard grass block, you would get 2 back. But if you tilled it, you would get double back. And then obviously if you fertilized it, you would get another double again. So tilling's really like important for your harvest yield. And our chest is armor's done. Holy shit, 475. That's really good. Let me see the stats. 66 concussive, 61 puncture, 44 radiation. Let's compare that to my old one. Whew! It's like double. That's like double, man. Now let's I'll show you how to I'll show you the combine process again. So your best one, you click that first into item A. Always item A on your best item. And then you just click the second one, goes into item B, and there you go. It went from 475 to 485. It would have went up more, but the piece I used to upgrade it was already damaged, so that's pretty good. So 485, and then that's obviously better quality, stronger. So that's how you combine things to get better. And also keep in mind, you can combine literally any item. So leather duster, football helmet, anything with that durability bar, you can combine the two of the same item to get a better item. So keep that in mind. What else? That's really all the basics. Apart from that, it's just like structural integrity and the certain types of blocks you can use for building, and I'm pretty sure you'll get to learn that all by yourself as you play the game, which is like the best way to do it, because you don't really want to know everything straight off the bat. Kind of ruins the fun for you, really. But these drawbridges, keep those in mind, because these are freaking awesome. Like, look at that. Just look at that, man. How amazing is that, man? These just came out as well, like last patch, so I was super happy they came. They're a bit expensive, but really worth it. Also, these iron bars are just awesome. Love them. But anyway, I'm gonna have to pack up this stream because I need to take my dog out, and I'm getting pretty hungry and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and you got what you needed to know and a couple of tips. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on one of your streams later, maybe. Take it easy, buddy.